He thought he was alone when he agreed to check on his grandfather's house after the funeral, because nobody in the family wanted to stay there past dark. The place sat at the end of a dead road, with old wallpaper, a stopped clock, and one rule his grandfather used to repeat every winter. If the radio turns on by itself, leave the house and do not go looking for me. Eli laughed at that rule when he was younger, but that night the house felt wrong the second he stepped inside. The air smelled like wet wood, even though it had not rained all day, and every room felt colder than the last. He walked through the kitchen, found the breaker box, and tried to get the lights working. That was when a low crackle came from the living room. The old radio on the shelf had turned on by itself, filling the house with soft static. Then a man's voice pushed through the noise and said, very clearly, "Eli, I am in the cellar." He froze because the voice was his grandfather's, exact in every little way, right down to the weak cough at the end. Eli told himself it had to be an old recording, some strange accident, some broken machine catching a signal. Then the radio spoke again and said, "Do not let him hear you upstairs." At that same moment, something heavy moved beneath the floorboards below his feet. Eli backed toward the front door, but the static burst louder, and another voice came through. This one sounded almost like his grandfather, but not quite right, like someone copying him from memory. It said, "Eli, come help me. I found your grandfather." The cellar door behind the kitchen slowly creaked open, and cold air rolled out carrying the smell of mud. He ran. He did not even grab the house keys. When he reached the road, he looked back once and saw his grandfather standing in the upstairs window, pale and still, one hand pressed to the glass. Then the porch light turned on, and another shape stepped up behind him, smiling with Eli's face. If this happens to you, run.